Live. Hello, everyone. This is Brother Benson Media. As you know, today is a Wednesday. Today is a Thursday. I'm sorry. Today is a Thursday, and we are very lucky to have a youthful leader all the way from Nyeri. So let me take this opportunity to give her a chance, maybe to introduce her name to viewers that will be watching and those will be watching after the show. Thank you so much, my sister. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Brother Bernard, for giving me this opportunity to speak to your audience. My name's Grace Mureithi. I'm a youth leader in Nyeri County and an organization called Kenya Youth Federation. Our aim is to join the youths from all over, not just in Nyeri County, in the 47 counties in Kenya. We collaborate together with the youths and various leaders from our counties, from our country, nationally, and we come together having a common purpose of empowering the youth. Basically, what we do is to empower the youth and navigate through life and see where we can help people.
Okay, thank you so much, and that
Yeah,
is
thank you so much.
that's quite encouraging. If the main agenda is like you're looking the entire country. So before
Yeah.
we go into the main discussion of today,
Mhm.
maybe I want to share with me your view on the current situation of the country in terms of
Mhm.
leadership. Maybe the current government, and we have opposition leaders. Do you feel
Yeah.
like our leaders are doing what is right now to achieve Kenya aspirations?
Mhm.
Mm,
Okay, so currently we've been having a battle between the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive. And okay, the way they are coming to common grounds and they are finding solutions to, help the citizens of Kenya come to good economic prosperity. Okay, we
mm,
are on the right trajectory, but still we are not at par with other countries, that is continental wise. But I
mhm.
feel like, okay, we're on the right trajectory. Yeah, I think the leaders are just finding common grounds. Yeah.
To Okay, talking about of judiciary, you know, we know like our constitution as a as a way in which the checks and balances are done in the three arms of government. But right now we are seeing
Okay.
earlier a month ago, president was attacking the judiciary. Then they met with the CJ, Martha Kome. And in your own opinion, as a
Yeah.
youthful leader, what would you say about that?
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, based on the idea behind even the conflict,
Hmm.
it's the laws that Ruto is trying to impose that are being opposed by the judiciary.
Hmm.
And I see like there is a reason behind that.
Hmm.
Some of these laws are okay. According to me, they are applicable. Some of which are not applicable. So that is something they can navigate through. And in my lens, okay, not everything that is said by the government, we as a country are supposed to follow his lead. We also
Hmm.
have a different view of opinion, same as the executive and the judiciary. So I feel like yeah, it's the way it's supposed to be. They're supposed
Hmm.
to quarrel over some of the laws that are being tried to impose by President Ruto.
Hmm.
So to me, it's a normal thing, and it was really so much expected for them to
Hmm.
clash, not find common ground. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And as a youthful
Yeah.
leader, you've been in leadership, whatever capacity, not political, but even in the organization that you are having right now. Do you think that the young people have
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed the political in terms of or in terms of leadership, the political space that we have? Do you feel like they've enjoyed that space in terms
Mm-hmm.
of being given the opportunity to lead, or the young people are not having that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, according to me, there was somebody who once told me that it's you to claim your space. So
Mhm.
I feel like, yeah, we as the youths, we have the space to claim. So it's up to us. It's up. Okay, Kenya statistically right now, majority 60% we are composed of the youths. So I feel like
Mm.
we've been given the platform to
Mhm.
showcase our leadership skills and everything, and it's up to each and every one of us to claim our space. Yes, we've been given the platform, but we are not claiming it. I feel like we as the youths, we are not coming together nationally to, claim this space in the
Mhm.
national politics. So I feel like there is the platform, but we are really not into politics. We are really not participating. The people we are seeing in politics, there are people who are really not youths per
Mhm.
se, because a youth is
Mhm.
somebody who is between 18 to 35, and majority of the leaders we are seeing right now are way
Mhm.
much above that. So I feel like we as the youths, it's a time to claim our space, and yeah, so a high like goals. Yeah.
So think when you look at most of the time when we talk
Yeah,
about
it's
the
it's it's up to time. Like the clock is ticking, and it's time we just join hands and transform Kenya.
okay, so most of the time when we talk of the youth leadership, we mainly focus on the political
Okay.
space or the political slots that we have. But there are other areas where
Okay.
like civil societies where we can also push for
Mhm.
those things that we want for the youth. We have like other organizations. Why is it that the majority of the youths are
Mhm.
just focusing on the political path but not on other areas?
Other areas per se, as what do you mean, in the business sector, in the uh
Yeah, we have like things like civil societies. Yeah, yeah,
uh-huh.
activism. You
Yeah,
know,
like the LSK.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
find like most of the
We
time
are
when
really vibrant. Uh-huh.
mm, most of the time when we talk of the space of leader, especially the leadership of the youth, we tend so much to think the political way.
Mm-hmm.
But what about other areas? Can we also find like where we can think like
Mm-hmm.
the youths are running a big corporate that they need to be there? Youths need to be having like their own like the organization you are talking about that is trying to bring youths together. Yeah, like you're not bringing youth together for a political cause, but to push the policies and agenda for youth. Yeah, but
Yeah.
when we look at the leadership space, we only think political. Why is that the lower percentage think on the other way? Is the political the only way that youths can lead the country?
Okay, it's really not the way, because we have so many sectors in Kenya. We have the business sector, we have the civil sector, as you had said. We can see the LSK, the elections right now. I can see really majority of the youth, we are really vibrant in that sector, and it also depends on people's interest. Apparently, in
Mhm.
Kenya, we are so much political. We as the youths, but I can see the youths, we are really waking up. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
agree.
really not the way to say, like, we politically.
Mhm. So, do you feel
Yeah,
in your own way as a leader, because I know you've interacted with the young leaders, do you feel like the youth leadership has passed the
yeah.
integrity test?
Hmm.
As the youth passed the integrity test, the youth leadership?
Yeah. um okay, it depends. Or the integrity. Okay, it depends with many factors. On what grounds were you elected?
Mhm. I think I lost you.
Was it through the democratic way? Was it were you appointed? Okay, it really depends on a lot. It really
Mhm.
depends on a lot. That's what I
Mhm.
would say. Because personally, we as the Kenya Youth Federation, we are elected by the youths in Nyeri County. And Okay, or what did you mean by the integrity test? Like, do we really deserve to be in such spaces, or on what
Okay.
grounds were we elected?
Okay, you might, yes, that could be, but like I'm looking at um when we come to political, whereby the youth usually focus their leadership on, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking if they've passed that integrity test in terms of like, are they corrupt? Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
corruption, that the corruption on the dealings, because
Mm-hmm.
like you find when they are elected, immediately they turn to be
Mm-hmm.
tenderpreneurs and forget about the agenda that
Okay. Okay.
actually put them in power. But if you look at
Okay.
the majority that are as represented as the youth in the parliament or in any other sector, do you
Okay.
see them passing that integrity test, like this, that integrity test?
Okay, with the current regime, honestly, I don't feel like we've passed the integrity test, because we can see
Mm,
what our MPs are doing. We can see what Salasia is doing. We can see so many cases with the youth leaders. I feel like it's time. I have a very good friend, Ndindinyoro, who says we are Africa and Africa is our business. So it's
mhm,
time to change that prerogative. And now on, but with the current regime, I feel like we've really not embraced integrity.
oh,
In
mm,
matters of entrepreneurs, I can see corruption left, right, and center.
mhm,
Um, yeah, but I feel it's time we as the youths, we change the story, we change the game. But corruption has been really rampant in Africa at
oh,
large for a
mhm,
really a long time.
mhm.
And I feel like that's the reason we are so much dragged behind. That's why Kenya is still a third world country, because corruption is so rampant. Yeah.
I agree, but when you talk of corruption and
Yeah. So
you
I
look,
feel like corruption in the current regime is
mm,
rampant. They have not even been.
do you think it is only in this regime, or even in the successive regimes that we've had, from the Moi regime, then we came to Kibaki, then we came to Uhuru, then now we are in the Ruto regime? Is 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 it only in the Ruto?
I feel like.
Mm.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Okay, personally, I feel like with each regime came its story.
Mm.
It was really rampant the Moi era. Like each regime has it. Each has a different level of corruption. I
Yeah.
wouldn't measure it per se, but I feel like with each regime has its own way of maneuvering through its corruption. There are some regimes like in Kibaki's regime where, okay, corruption was not his cup of tea. We could see there was really so much significant improvement in Kibaki's regime, and there was so much development in Kenya as a country during his regime. So I
Mhm.
feel like with each regime comes its level of corruption. So yeah,
Okay.
and
Thank
it's
you so
time we
much.
change the game.
Yeah. If you look at
Yeah.
our political parties, or our political parties, especially when it
Mhm.
comes to youth leadership, the youths are not
Okay.
being given the the best positions. Yeah. And what
Yes.
usually
Yes.
happens, they usually say, okay, we will put a youth council for you, but they
Okay.
don't give them
Yeah.
the responsibility. Like during the
Yeah.
last general election, if you can remember,
Yeah.
the bigger political party, none of them nominated the youth either to be even the running mate or the deputy president. Yeah. But they say, we will
Yes.
give you a youth
That's
council. What should the youths do so that they be at the major organs of decision making, rather than setting them, okay, this is a youth council whereby now you have to do? What should we do?
so what we should do as youths. I my propose what I propose we as the youths, and as I had initially said, we make majority of the population. We are almost 70% of the population right now in Kenya. I don't know if
Mhm.
you're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it's time we should unite. We should embrace our strength. Our strength is in our unity. So I feel like
Mhm.
it's time we should wake up and yeah, find our way to the top. they say the system is rigged, you just find your way to the top. So it's a matter of unity. Youths from left, right, center, every part of the country, we come
Mhm.
together and change the game. And I know our strength will be in our unity. And we decide we are going to elect. In the next elections, we are going to have majority of the youths in the space, in the political space,
Okay. So how
and
are
we
you going
should
to?
also, take the initiative to,
Mhm. Yeah, I understand. How are you going to
how am
do
I
that?
going to? I didn't get that.
How are you going to do that when you look at the political space?
What?
Yeah. When you look at the political space
Mm-hmm,
of especially of our political parties, it revolves around, if I just to mention for
mm-hmm,
you few, it revolves around
okay.
maybe three things. One, it revolves
Mm-hmm,
around personality. Two, it involves about region.
mm-hmm,
Thirdly, it revolves around finances.
mm-hmm.
How can the youths change this narrative whereby if you're coming from Nyeri, I can vote,
Personality,
yeah, I can vote Otieno who is coming from Nyanza just because his personality is
region.
can yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the regionality, the personality, and the we call it the commerce of the political party.
Finances, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. How can you change that so that we can have like ideology, not political and personalities? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
mm. Oh, we kind of lost her. Did we lose her? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I did. Were you able to get me? Hello.
And Mhm. Okay, I understand you.
Mm.
That's a very simple task to maneuver through, because I feel like, since the constitution was enacted in 2010, and Kenya
I
yeah, I
lost you.
was able to get you.
Mm.
Um, Hello, yes.
Mhm.
Hello,
Yes, I can hear you.
hello,
Can you just log in, log out, and log in again?
hello,
So hello,
really,
log in again. Log out and log in.
hello,
Yes. Can you hear me now? Mhm. Hello. Can you hear
hello.
me now? Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Uh-huh. So you asked a question about. Okay, all right, all right. You asked a question about.
How can we
Okay,
change the?
hello, yes, I hear you.
I think like this.
All right.
I cannot communicate with you well. Can you do me a favor? Just log out and log in again. So that one will be okay. So I can
Yes.
get you well. Just log out.
Yeah,
Then
I
you can come
can.
back. Yeah,
You
just
can
log
hear
out
me
from.
now.
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello.
Hello,
I was saying this. Yeah.
hello.
Okay. Let me
Oh,
do
you can hear me
something.
now, loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear you, but like you're kind of like breaking. I was saying this. Yeah. Would you please mind logging out and then logging again? Yeah. I think that we have a problem with her connection. So that's why I was telling her to log out and then log in again so we can get her. But generally, we are speaking about the leadership, especially when it comes to youths. Do they? I've asked her several questions. One of them is, have the youth passed the integrity test? When we're still waiting to log in, let me just read few words here from the following. The following viewers, let me start from the top. We have Goodyear. Thank you so much, brother, for supporting us. You've always been, and may God bless you. Mapema and your best, Mr. Oteng. Thank you so much. Secondly, we have okay. Let's see if things will work out. Secondly, we have who do we have? We have Judith. Thank you so much. Kevin Obura. Thank you so much. We have Governor Mtetezi. Hello, can you hear me now? You can hear me? Mhm. This is
Hello.
technology. You can hear me now?
I can.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I think we have a problem with the net, but she will be back. Sorry for that technology. We will be fine. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, we are just talking about the youths and especially their leadership. If they've passed the integrity test, they you can actually, if you are on the comment section, you can let us know if the youth have passed the integrity test. If they've passed the integrity test, let me know. Thank you, Bernard Oindo, for always supporting us. Tell us how Kisumu is doing. I know you're from Kisumu. Hello, hello. Are you okay?
Hello.
Can you hear me now? I think we have a problem with the net, and we are sorry about that. Mr. Makobura, if you're somewhere, can you just log into the studio so we can fix out something here, please? Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, I think there's a problem with your network. There's a problem with her network. So because like on my side, I can see my network is okay. Uh yeah, I think the network is not stable. It has like a buffer. So that's something might be happening. Yes, so that is net. So that is a technology that we usually, it's something that we know. Judith, that is Judith Kawira. That is your personal opinion. Uh, talk in plural. Hello, can you hear me now?
Hello.
I
Yeah,
think
I can
like
hear you loud and clear.
there was a problem with your network, maybe. Okay. There was one of my co-hosts, so like I wanted to bring him in. Sorry about that. So, Makobura. Yeah. So, your internet is now stable right now, right? Can you
It's
hear me now?
stable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
I
can
was
hear you
asking
loud
you
and
this.
clear.
Okay. Thank you so much. I was asking you this. How can we change
Mm-hmm.
about, because like when you look at our politics, is
Mm-hmm.
about personality, it's about region, and it's about finances. Yeah. And majority of the youth usually do not have those. How can we change
Mm-hmm.
that so that we can dominate the political space?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a very simple question because I feel like okay, since 2010 we have been having a devolved government, meaning per counties.
Mhm.
We were we were dissected into counties. So I feel like it's time. That's why we as a Kenya Youth Federation, we are
Mm.
per county, per region. So regional, I feel like it's time we as the youths per county to unite.
Mm. Okay. Okay. That's okay. Now, let me come to Mount Kenya in particular, where you're coming from. This is uh, the Mount Kenya, or we call it the Central Nation. What is happening in Mount Kenya right now? Makobura,
Yes, yes.
I think her internet is not such stable, so something might be wrong somewhere. I think maybe where she is, maybe the internet is not so much stable. But I was just asking her about the Mount Kenya because she mentioned Ndindi Njoro, you know. So,
Yeah, there's much going on.
mhm,
There's much going on in
mhm,
Mount Kenya,
mhm,
especially with the young politicians of Mount Kenya, led by one Ndidi Nyoro
mhm,
and many more. So the youths really has a big role to play, especially in Mount Kenya. There's been much,
mhm,
and
mhm,
again, the youths of Mount Kenya have been accused of so many things.
mhm,
Remember some of them, especially the followers of Honorable Maina Njenga.
mhm,
At some point, they've been labeled as Mungiki.
mhm,
And I think there's much to talk about when it comes to politics of Mount Kenya, and
mhm.
especially the ones that are really touching on the youths.
Okay. Our guest is back. Let's talk about Mount Kenya. What do you say about Mount Kenya Nation? Hi,
Hello.
Grace. What do you say about Mount Kenya Nation? The internet is becoming a problem.
I think our network is not stable.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think there's
if
there's
she's
some there's
using,
something that there's something that
It's stable. I
I
hear
think
you.
there's a delay.
I think you please advise her to
Mm-hmm. I
refresh
can
her
hear you
phone.
guys.
Okay, so can you say something about Mount Kenya?
I'm well. Mount Kenya right now we are facing a lot of challenges as per se because yesterday I had our senator say that it was a really big mistake for Mount Kenya leaders to join the United Democratic Alliance, of which I think it was really a good sentiment and it really made a lot of sense because we as Mount Kenya we had our own party, Jubilee Party.
Hmm.
So in Mount Kenya, what we're having right now is a conflict of interest on who's we've heard about who's gonna be the next kingpin, and Ndindi is going to take over Rigathi and blah blah blah. So it's just a matter of conflict of interest, which is really it's regular in politics. And there's this narrative that Mount Kenya we are the people with the say with the majority, but
Mm,
I feel like we should only have shown up like a united front. Like some supported Jubilee, others supported the United Democratic Alliance, and I
mhm.
feel like if we really came out as a united front, it would have sat in right well with us from Central Region.
Okay, let me bring you a brief because like there are some quarters who feel like right now the
Mhm.
president, I mean
Mhm.
the deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, in terms of
Mhm.
politics, he should be the senior most
Mhm.
politician right now. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Okay.
he should be given that respect that he deserves. Yeah,
True.
and some quarters also believe if the wrangles that
Mhm.
is coming between the young, energetic, development-oriented Ndindi Njoro, Kiharu MP,
Yes.
he's doing amazing
Yes.
job. That is without no doubt.
True. True.
Yeah, you
True.
cannot. Yeah. So people are feeling that if that wrangle starts, the Mount Kenya
Mhm.
is going to lose more because when you look at the government the way it is, Mount Kenya has the
Mhm.
deputy president. Mount Kenya
Yes.
has Ndindi Nyoro as the chair for the budget committee. Mount
Yeah.
Kenya has the Kikuyu MP Kimani Chungwa
Mhm.
as
the
the
Kimani.
majority
Mm.
leader.
majority leader. So those
Mm.
positions that they have in terms of politics, those are serious positions. You can get whatever you want. But if they start these
Mhm.
wrangles, they might even lose, because if anything to go by, the disagreement comes, then they lose those positions, which means you've also
Mhm.
lost. Do you think the Mount Kenya should think along those lines and say, okay, let's keep cool for a moment until this is over? Then, if towards the end, then we could bring all this.
Okay, for me, I feel like I'd support the latter. I'd second the latter, which thinks that if we really have that conflict of interest, we are going to lose majority,
Mhm,
majority of the leadership, senior most spaces that we're having in Kenya right now. I
mhm,
feel like let's not forget the same Rigathi that was elected as deputy. Okay, he personally comes from my sub county. He's my former MP, by the way.
mhm,
So I feel like on the grounds on which he was elected, it was just an impromptu thing, because it was not expected that Rigathi from a minor MP to a deputy president,
yeah.
giving the fact that he was on, he wanted to run for an MP again for the second term. So let us
Mhm,
not forget that yes, we do respect the fact that Uhuru was our kingpin. That one, with no doubt, he was really our kingpin. But
mhm,
times are changing, and we need new voices. We need Akina Ndindi Nyoro and the likes of Akina Moses Kuria, Kimani Shungwa, these people that we are seeing right now.
mhm,
I feel like they should really come to a united stand. It's not time for division. It's time for we say it's time for collaboration, not competition. Let's tend not to think that who should be which, who should come next. Who I've also seen that there's some blogs saying that 2027 it's Ruto versus Ndindi. Let's not forget that we remain as Mount Kenya, the Gema community, the Kikuyu, the Embu, the Meru, and the Gikuyu. Let's not forget that these people are the same people. So in Kikuyu we say Oromo wedani na thayo.
mhm.
So yeah, let's get united.
Marco Buddha, let me come in.
Not just
Something that,
the people who are in the political space, but even as the
yeah.
youths. And it's a call for action for not only for Mount Kenya people. Like I feel like as a country,
Mhm.
we should come to a united front.
Okay, let me tell people something. Ndindi Nyoro, for a fact, Ndindi Nyoro was one person who stood with the president right now, um, President William Ruto, for during the Uhuru Kenyatta, and he stood his ground for the longest time. Yeah, so I don't think it will be appropriate for Ndindi to run against DP. I don't think so. It cannot happen. I think that maybe the blogs are just trying to juicy the politics of Mount Kenya. The fact that we know that things are not so much going well in Mount Kenya region, but like I don't think Ndindi Nyoro can run against the presidency. I mean the President William Ruto. Or Makubura, what do you think?
There's a possibility. Anything is possible in politics.
Mm,
But again, it is also right to note that for the first time in history,
mhm,
Mount Kenya is the most divided. This is the first time that the people from the mountain are the most divided.
mhm,
Like again, it is also true that if they continue with the differences that they have when it comes to forming a political party that they would use to bargain for in the coming general election, then
mhm,
it's going to be tough for them. So I think it's upon them to unite, and suppose they don't, it would be a leeway for so many other people who
mhm,
have the same interest, the likes of Raila Amolo Odinga, because once Mount Kenya is divided, it would simply give them an easy way to pass through. Remember, currently, there's a faction that is following the deputy president.
mhm,
There's also a faction that is following Ndindi Nyoro.
mhm,
There's also a faction that is following Maina Njenga. There's also a faction that is following Mata Karoa, together with the Jubilee, the remnants of the Jubilee.
Mhm.
So there's much to we are waiting to see how things are going to unfold in the coming days. But should things remain the way they are, and with the kind of differences that we are seeing, uh, it is right to say that it's going to be it's not going to be easy for them.
Hello, my sister, you're back. Sorry about your internet. Hello. Mushkil. But there's some quotas also argue that especially when you
I'm
came
back.
to
I really don't know what's up with my internet.
yeah your internet, it has
I'm
like
back.
you're using your phone. Is Are people calling you? If
Yeah,
somebody's
it's something for me. Hello, yes.
if somebody's calling you and you're using the phone, immediately the calls come in, the buffer will it will buffer, it will go down and it will pick again. So that could be the reason. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
there yeah. So maybe let me there's some quarters also believe is if former president uh can come back to active politics, that one will make the central Kenya to have more divisions. Do you agree with that assumption? Mm,
Personally, I agree with that, and I
mhm,
think it is true because remember the former president is still the kingpin of Mount Kenya. That's a
mhm,
fact.
mhm,
As much as there are many young or not young politicians who are trying to take up the space, it is
mhm,
still tough for them. And that is the reason why there is division in Mount Kenya. If it were easy, the way some people are saying it, then His Excellency the Deputy President would be currently holding the position of kingpinship of Mount Kenya. So we can't really dismiss His Excellency the former president when it comes
mhm.
to the politics of Mount Kenya. He still has and is still the kingpin of Mount Kenya. So he has a lot when it comes to making decisions that are to be followed by the people of Mount Kenya.
So what benefit will it be for them? Because what this when you listen to some quarters when we do these stories, because they believe if he comes actively in politics is going to create division. That is one. Then another observation that is there is the reason why there is also wrangles within the Jubilee Party. Yeah, if it is our sister could have been there, we could have. The reason why there's wrangle between Jubilee Party, the Jubilee Party is there to destabilize the influence of president. Because if Jubilee is united, yeah, it will give UDA competition, and that one is going to be a great problem for
Mm-hmm.
the UDA. So, like, this is what I was telling my co-host. Like, the
Mm-hmm.
reason why there's a war in the Jubilee, and it is something that is there's a hand involved, is to destabilize the Jubilee because this is the party for the Mount Kenya. If they come together and unite,
Mm-hmm.
then that one, based on the how the condition is right now, the way the UDA popularity and all the negativity maybe people are saying about the UDA, if they come together and unite, it will be a threat for
Mm-hmm.
UDA.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what some people do not want to see,
Mm-hmm.
Mount Kenya coming together in one political party. Do you agree with me on that? I don't know whether she, yeah. So what can you
I
say?
feel like
Mhm,
Jubilee wouldn't be a threat per se because we can see that majority of the Jubilee party members are from Central Region, which
mhm.
Central okay when I go before the
Okay, I don't. There's a delay on your side, the sound delay. Makubura, what do you say about that?
It's
what can
good.
can you come again? I didn't hear you right.
Okay, I was saying this, yeah. If the Jubilee Party put their house in order, and because is a
Co-host,
out,
are you hearing me?
yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I lost
If
you.
You lost both of us, or together with my co-host?
I lost you guys.
Okay, what is happening today? I think. Um,
It's just her internet. It's not stable.
you
Uh, I think
okay?
what you
I
should
feel
do.
like I lost you. I
Oh,
didn't get to
okay.
hear what you said.
I was
Okay,
asking about. I was
can you
asking.
hear us now?
I can hear you now loud and clear.
I
Okay,
was.
this is the question.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Brother Benson is asking you this, that there's this perception that Jubilee Party currently as it is not stable, and there's this conflict between different members in Jubilee, and so he's saying there could be. Does it mean that
Mm-hmm.
there's someone behind the scene who is trying to destabilize Jubilee, so that it doesn't come or brings
Mm-hmm.
its house in order? Because if the Jubilee is stable,
Yes.
then it's going to be a threat to UDA party. What is your opinion on that?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this thinking that should Jubilee become a stronger party, it's going to be the people in Jubilee might start having this feeling that they're strong, and so they can make their own decisions, but not really following UDA. Is that really true? Do you believe? What do you say about that?
No, I think her internet is
Yeah.
there's a problem with her internet. So Marco Bura, I think we lost her, but she I think I will need to host her again and find so because we need there's so much to discuss with her, but seemingly our the internet and the buffer. Okay. So Makobur, I think we should wind up. And one thing that I would want to say about the central Kenya, I think we should get time and discuss about the central Kenya because it's quite much interesting of what is happening, all the political intrigues that are happening in Mount Kenya. We should weigh our
Yeah,
opinion. So before
yeah.
we
I
wind,
think
uh-huh,
that there could also be so many reasons why there's disunity among the politicians of Mount Kenya. One,
mhm,
it could be, remember they voted for William Samoei Ruto, the current
mhm,
president,
mhm,
and that would tell you that at one point during the elections they were either united, but then along the way something changed.
mhm,
Something might have changed because either way, the president promised them some goodies or some
mhm,
development, but so far,
mhm,
and maybe according to what they're saying, it is
mhm,
the president is not actualizing the things that he promised. So it could be that majority of the people of Mount Kenya, they have
mhm.
seen that they were lied for, and for
Yeah.
that reason,
So,
they're making they're turning their backs
mhm.
because they've not really gotten the things that the president promised them. So there
Okay.
is a lot when it comes to the disunity in Mount Kenya.
Okay, Grace, can you hear us now? Okay, I think there's a problem with her network. Let me just fix it up behind the
Loud and
studio.
clear.
Um, what can you say about what we were saying about the Mount Kenya, Jubilee, and the UDA?
I'm I'm well.
Yeah. I think we need to fix something. Okay, let me don't leave the studio yet. Don't leave the studio. Just
The Mount
okay.
Kenya Jubilee and UDA party.
Yeah.
I would
Mhm,
suggest that I will tend to oppose my brother. I feel we were promised by Ruto as a country at large.
mhm. Okay, another thing is happening. Okay, our viewers, good year, my brother. Thank you so much. You've always been here for us, and we thank you for everything. And let's just fix the sound. Don't, my guest, don't leave the studio yet. We need to fix the sound, and let's see you here next week as we fix the sound. And thank you so much for taking part. And may God bless you. See you next week, and we can have a discussion. What are we having next week? The social media. Is a social media in our society. So we will be there. be part of it, and we will have a very nice discussion. Please share, like, and comment so that, and also invite a friend. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
and may I see you next time.